Guys, if there's something we hate on this channel, it is false allegations. Men do it, women do it. However, there's not a prevailing narrative on the internet to believe all men. There are, in fact, though, many on the internet who choose to say things like #BelieveAllWomen. And most recently on the internet, that narrative of believe all women almost ruined the life of a young man named Jonathan Haynes with one of the most insane accusations yet. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into this video, if you'd like to support the work I'm doing on this channel, consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. The link is in the description down below. I try to keep host-read ads off of this show for your sake, so consider becoming a patron, and thank you to everybody who's done so far. Now, we all know there's a lot of fake garbage on the internet. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten myself personally invested in a video or a post, and then I come to find out that it is in fact false. There are actors creating it. Somebody made up the story. But this one that we're gonna talk about today, I think takes the cake.
Whoa!
So I'm scrolling on Twitter, looking at everybody's posts, looking at things for this show, things to talk to you guys about, and I see a post of text messages, supposedly from a man named Jonathan Haynes. And it's a girl giving a warning to those who are living in the city of Raleigh, North Carolina. She's saying, watch out for this guy. He has HIV, and he is knowingly spreading it to women without a care in the world. And here are text messages from supposedly Jonathan Haynes saying exactly that. Now, side note, these are supposedly text messages between Jonathan Haynes and his now ex-girlfriend. They were not posted on X by his ex-girlfriend. It was in fact another girl who came across these text messages floating on the internet and decided to post this as a warning to women in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, the blue text messages represent the ex-girlfriend. The gray ones are Jonathan Haynes. Let's read. The ex-girlfriend says, I got back my results. I'm sure you already know what I'm about to ask. How long did you know? Jonathan says, nah, I really apologize. The girlfriend says, Jonathan, how could you do this to me? My life is done. He says, I just couldn't pass up on you. I wanted you so bad, man. I really apologize. I wish it would have never gotten this far. She says, I'm so hurt. I can't forgive you. He says, I've had HIV for about 7 months now. I'm so sorry, with a broken heart emoji. She says, we planned a future. He says, please forgive me. She says, 7 months, question mark? Now, alongside this screenshot is a post of Jonathan Haynes and his face, and it says, there go his actual page. Somebody plan a trip. Let's go. Essentially, they're insinuating, here's this guy's face. We need to find him, and there needs to be retribution for what he's done to this girl. Now, there are more texts floating around on the internet, and I'm sure you can find them if you search, but you get the general idea that Jonathan knowingly gave this young girl HIV, and that he just, all in all, does not care about the fact that he's done this to her. Now, when I came across these texts, they had millions upon millions of views. People were sharing this, and it was spreading like wildfire. Jonathan Haynes has HIV. He's giving it to women in Raleigh, North Carolina. We need to find him. We need to stop him. There needs to be legal action, and more so than that, no woman should mess around with this man. The message had spread far beyond Raleigh, North Carolina, and basically the entire United States was knowing that this man was out here doing something dirty to other women, and something, quite frankly, illegal. Many in the replies were saying there needs to be legal action taken against Jonathan Haynes, that he needs to be sued, he needs to be arrested. And a quick look into state laws will show you that in North Carolina, it actually is a felony to knowingly expose somebody to HIV. Even I was thinking, what the hell is this girl doing taking screenshots of the text and posting them on the internet? She needs to go to the police and have this man arrested. But of course, I should remind myself that the year is 2024 and half the stuff that's posted on the internet is fake. And this story is no exception, because it turns out Jonathan Haynes decided to respond to the allegations against him. He took to the internet saying that he does not have HIV, that he did not knowingly spread it to his now ex-girlfriend, and that she is in fact creating fake text messages and posting them on the internet in order to paint a certain picture of him. Now, there is still room for the story to develop and new things to come to light, but it seems as though what we found out so far is that these are in fact false allegations created by Jonathan Haynes' ex-girlfriend Nadine. Now, we'll get to the real proof in a second here, but obviously Jonathan was super upset by this news, his family was super upset by this news, and they started coming out in droves to defend him and to call out Nadine. This is allegedly a video of Nadine admitting that the HIV allegations are in fact false.
So, because of all this going on, and he know it's false. Y'all don't know how this man feeling. Whoever.
I keep saying it's false. I keep saying it's false. He tagged me in his.
Okay, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we know it's false, everybody know it's false. Somebody need to go on these pages, let them know that it's false. Y'all need let instead of just letting this shit drag on. This nigga get you feel me, his name get tarnished like this. It ain't right.
Now, I've heard of both men and women doing some crazy things in the wake of a breakup or when they're mad at an ex-boyfriend, but this is an entirely new level. The amount of devious, malicious energy you have to falsely accuse somebody of not only having HIV, but transmitting it to you without you knowing is absolutely insane. Not to mention that it is defamation of character, and if Jonathan Haynes and his family have their wits about him, they will go after her hardcore for this. Because of course, this caused a lot of turmoil for Jonathan personally, having these allegations float around, having people hit him up on the internet saying that he has HIV, people calling for his death online. So much so that he decided to post on Instagram that he was going to commit suicide. Here's the post of him saying, "That's it, I'm committing suicide. Y'all ruined my life. I'm innocent. Y'all really came to where I lay my head, bullying my family and stalking them. Y'all want me gone. Well, congrats. I'm ending it all. Goodbye." Now, luckily, it seems as though Jonathan decided not to take his own life, and instead, he went to a clinic, ended up undergoing STD testing, and came out with his results being negative for HIV. And here is the proof of that. So not only do you have an STD allegation circulating on the internet, you have a felony allegation circulating on the internet, and in order to repair that, you have to share your personal medical records online for the entire world to see to clear up an entirely fabricated story from an ex-girlfriend. And even with all that being said, this story is going to follow Jonathan Haynes for presumably the next few years. On top of that, think of all the psychological trauma that he now has to deal with due to this conflict. And will she ever be held to account for what she's done? I don't know. I surely hope so. I hope he takes it upon himself to, at the very least, bring her to court for defamation. Because we have to start setting examples for why this is not an okay thing to do. And still, people on the internet will post the hashtag #BelieveAllWomen, that anytime a woman makes an allegation, she is to be believed no matter what. But of course, many of us know that that is a ridiculous narrative to be promoting. Men lie, women lie. And we know that people do it when they stand to benefit from the lie that they share. And in the case of some women, sometimes their hatred for somebody overpowers their need to tell the truth. And then you get situations like this, which is why it is so imperative that we remind ourselves that it is innocent until proven guilty. I even said when I saw this story, my immediate reaction was, oh my gosh, somebody needs to do something about this guy. Now, I didn't tweet it out or spread the text messages that were shared on the internet, but I felt it. And other people did do exactly that. They tweeted at him, they found his accounts, they started stalking him and his family, coming to his house, sending death threats, the list goes on and on. We have to hold back our initial rage and anger when we hear a story like this and actually wait for facts. Because you know what? In this era of the internet, it is quite likely that what will come out in the wake of a story like this is something that completely shows it's fabricated. Jonathan Haynes deserved the presumption of innocence, but unfortunately, it has somehow become a privilege that is no longer extended to people on the internet. And if we do not reinvigorate this idea, we will have more and more stories like this. And where this one didn't end in Jonathan Haynes taking his life, it very well could have. And I hope that the general public right now is realizing that believe all women is stupid. I'm gonna be frank. Not only does it hurt those who are subject to false allegations, it creates a general environment where now we feel as though women can no longer be trusted because of the false allegations placed by certain women. Even more so than that, it hurts actual victims of things like sexual assault or those who have had STDs transmitted to them from somebody who decided not to share that information. Now when they come forward to tell their story or share the text messages from the supposed ex who did this to them, they are not to be believed. You create a boy who cried wolf situation. Or in this case, I guess a girl who cried HIV because a boy wanted nothing to do with her. She needs to seek help. And while she's seeking help, I hope that she is punished to the furthest extent of the laws on defamation. I'm sure we will have many other stories like this that happen in the future. It's just the nature of the world we live in today. I almost fell for it. I'm sure many of you saw this story circulating online. This is all just to say, keep your radar on for the BS that could be circulating online. And with that, I would love to hear your thoughts on this story surrounding Jonathan Haynes and his ex-girlfriend Nadine. Drop them in the comments down below. Share your personal stories. Has anything like this ever happened to you or someone that you know, someone that you love? I would love to hear your personal testimonies on this because this is just insane to me that somebody would go this far. As always, I encourage healthy debate, so duke it out, but do so respectfully. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys, which is every single day. And if for some reason Nadine is watching this right now, go get some help, girl. Please. Bye, guys.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.